Hey guys, Vick here and welcome to another review. Today we are looking at the Mutatuion X version 4. Now this is the fourth version of the Mutatuion rebuildable dripping atomizer. This one features undercoil airflow as well as a vast array of airflow by the side of the coil as well. It features also, and we'll cover it up top, but it features a cooling ring, a see-through cooling ring, and a 510 drip tip adjustment, because the 510 that comes with it isn't your standard size. So what we'll do, there's a lot of negatives with this RDA, and there's some positives as well. So what we'll do is we'll go up close, we'll put a build on it, and then we'll come back up top and I'll show you it in action. So see you in a minute. Okay guys, here we are up close with the Indulgence Mutatuion X version 4, and if you open the box you will receive a little pamphlet. I don't know exactly the point of that, it's more of an advert. It doesn't really show you anything other than the other types. Maybe you want another type once you've seen this, I don't know. And in the packaging you will get spare screws and a blue screwdriver, always nice, keep that collection going. And you will get this, which is your Mutatuion V4. Now let's take it apart. So you've got a drip tip here, but this drip tip is a very unique size. It's quite wide bore, not chuff size but wide bore, and so nothing else will actually go in there, so you're stuck with that if you want that. If you don't want that, you can, hopefully this is coming off, you can twist that off and you can put this in. Get it if it doesn't thread. You put that in like that and you can get a drip tip like this, and it fits normal drip tips. I think that looks terrible, 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 terrible. Black, clear, light blue, don't get it. I think that looks rubbish. It should be the same colour as this, surely. Surely, surely, surely that should be that. Now you can unscrew this clear bit. This clear bit is designed to increase the airflow, the space between your mouth and the coils to reduce maybe the heat. You can take that off if you don't want that, you just want your normal RDA, and then it looks like this put together. Your airflow, you've got airflow at the base that comes up through the coils, I'll show you that in a sec, and you have this as well, your adjustable mammoth amount of airflow, as well as these, and those can be adjusted as well at the bottom. So if you pop that off, you can see how they're achieving that with those slots, single or dual available. Let's move all this nonsense. Then you can pop this off, and that is your chamber section. So that if you want to reduce the amount of underneath airflow, you can just do that. You can just put it down like that. So that is your cap. Stainless steel inside, so don't worry about any nasties. And this is your deck. So you've got your under the coil air holes there, and then you've got your 4-post design inside. And it looks a lot like that. Phillips screws. So we'll put a coil in it. Okay, so this is it coiled up. Just got those coils over the rainbow, no, over the airflow, coming out at 0.29, 6.5 wraps around each side, 24 gauge Canthal, looking lovely. We will now go and wick it up. See you in a sec. Okay, got it all juiced up. You've got to be super careful with your wicks to not let it get anywhere down those holes, otherwise you're going to end up with a leaky setup. But yeah, got some juice in it and got some wick on it, and we'll go back up top. See you in a sec. No, what we'll do is, because it's you guys, let's just adjust this and let's put it back together. So you just simply put it back together like this, and back on like that, and it looks like that. And we'll go and give it a vape. See you in a sec. Okay guys, that was the Mutatuion X up close. I've got it on the Tesla 2 mod. I stupidly thought that this blue would sort of match this blue, and it doesn't. It's a very, very light, I've forgotten what, Tiffany blue is it? Tiffany blue colour? I don't know. I think, but it comes in black, stainless steel, white or Tiffany blue, and this is the Tiffany blue one. I'm currently vaping it without the cooling ring and with all the holes, all the side air holes closed up and just the 3 underneath holes available, and it vapes like this. This is how I found I prefer it. As soon as you start opening up those other holes, the airflow is just vast, it's just ridiculous. I don't know how much power you'd want to run through. This is fully open. I don't know how much power you're going to be putting through to need all this, but it's more like air than you can even imagine. This is how it vapes like that. I don't think it massively ups your vapor quality, and you end up getting way more air than you do vapor in a way. This is down to just 3 side holes. Not too bad. It does maintain some of its flavour like that. But I'm just closing that off. It's way massive amounts of airflow available if that's what you're looking for. One thing you can do is close off some of the underneath holes and then open a few on the side, but if you do that, it starts getting way out of sync because you're moving the base around, which is moving the holes around, and you end up with the holes too far away from the coil, and it starts getting rubbish in my opinion. As for the airflow, the cooling ring, the extra see-through ring, I think it makes the mod look, makes the RDA look rubbish, and also it does work in cooling it down, but in doing that it also mutes the flavour. So I don't know, do you want muted flavour and do you want your RDA to look rubbish? I don't know, I don't. Another thing you can do, inside the pack of spares you get these caps which you can put over the underneath airflow, or you can put them in the sides of the airflow. If you try to put them down the top, let's have a look, they don't fit in the top actually, but if you do that you're still going to have the same problem. It doesn't fully bung them up, it just covers them up from air coming through, so you're still going to end up with juice going down there, which is just rubbish, and that seems really silly thing to do in my opinion. But I get why they've done it for the people that don't want the underneath airflow. All that being said, with the airflow closed on the sides and fully open at the bottom, I think the flavour is excellent. I think the flavour is really, really good like that. I'm just going to drip a bit more in. I am using Sunkiss by Perino. Go check out the reviews and stuff if you want to know more about that. Just going to put a bit more in. When you're putting the juice in, you need to take that top cap off. You can't just drip down your drip tip because it's got that underneath airflow. So if you start dripping down the top, it's just going to end up running down those holes. Disaster. Let's have a quick vape and we'll get into the proper highs and lows. Okay, so yeah, so if you drip down the tip, it's going to go down the juice holes at the bottom. No doubt at all. Also, the holes at the bottom, if you look back at the pictures of the deck again, the holes at the bottom are really flat. There is juice wells down the sides, but it's really flat, so it's almost begging for juice to sit on it and then eventually go down those holes. If you're not careful, you're gonna have real problems with leaking with this. And that is not a good thing at all. So if you're an over dripper, or if you love dripping down the drip tip, I don't think this is for you for those reasons. So let's just get straight into it. The standout positive for me, there's two standout positives. The price. It's a very, very affordable RDA, £25 in England, and I think it's about $29 in America. So it's a very affordable piece. Comes in 4 different colours. I think the stainless steel one looks really nice. The black one, if you've got an all black setup, perhaps maybe look good. This blue one, you're going to need something that matches this exact colour for it to look good. I think this looks terrible. The drip tip thing. So the one standout positive. Sorry, I'm all over the place with this review. The one standout positive is the flavour. I think with the top side holes closed and the under holes open, the flavour is excellent. And the deck's fine to build on and stuff, but you've got to get those coils right over the centre, and you've got to get your wick well away from those holes, etc. But it is actually not a problem to build on. When I was building the coils, one leg did snap. Actually, it did snap one of the legs, so that's something to be careful of as well. Be careful tightening those screws in. That's something to be aware of as well. It might just be the one I've got, but it might not be. So bear that in mind. The negatives are vast. Unfortunately, you know, I'm not raving about this thing. I think the air holes, in conjunction with the bottom holes, aren't lining up like they should. And if you start closing the bottom holes, they're really not lining up like they should. I think it's a massive candidate for leaking down the bottom air holes. The way it's designed, I think that's going to happen inevitably. Even if you're careful with your dripping, because they're so flat, those holes at the bottom, I think you got a problem there. I don't think the air cooling thing ring, I think it looks rubbish that it's see-through. It should match the RDA. It should be the same colour as the RDA. And all it does really for me, it does cool it down a bit, but you shouldn't need that. You should be building appropriately. It's not like it's a super short RDA. And for me, it mutes the flavour and looks daft. And the second you start vaping with it, that see-throughness goes away. It just fogs up and mists up anyway. Gets all condensation on it. The drip tip is black, and you're stuck with it if you want this one. The drip tip adapter looks naff in my opinion. It just looks rubbish. The way the design is done on it, it just looks horrible. Again, that should be the same colour as the RDA. It shouldn't just be a black, flat, five like not a drip tip putter inner, you know. So that's rubbish as well. So, and the airflow with all the holes open is just insane. So, a lot of negatives there. Sorry, it's been a really rambly, scattery review, but there's just so many things to discuss on this. So many negatives in my opinion. I just cannot give this a positive review. I am not impressed by the flaws. I think they've overcomplicated it and confused themselves, and there are too many design faux pas in my opinion with this RDA. So the Mutatuion V4, for some, I haven't seen any other reviews, but I'm sure some people are loving it. To me, it's a fail, and it's one thumb down for me on this one. So I've been Vaping Vic. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again really soon.